Hey everybody, I'm really excited to be here today talking about 5 ways that you can bulletproof your content and make sure it's branding you. I'm going to be joined in a moment with Alexis Charles of AC Creative Cape Cod. So give a few moments just to let everybody join in. Okay, here's Alexis. Alexis, just click one more time to join. Oh, there we
Good
are.
morning. Oh, afternoon.
Afternoon. It's noon.
Yes.
Hey, everybody's ready for a little lunch and learn. Just giving a few minutes or a few moments rather to let everybody join in. Again, we're going to be talking about ways that you can bulletproof your branded content so that you can shine and really engage with your followers. Hello, one me,
That's
Courtney.
my
Thanks for
sister.
oh, give a little wave to everybody. So, Alexis, why don't we jump in? Get more people joining. We'll keep saying hi as you join in. Thanks so much. So today I'm Chris Keene. I'm joined by Alexis Charles. We're going to be talking about how you can bulletproof your branded content. We've got 5 hot tips that will really help you shine and engage with your followers. So just a little bit of quick introductions about us both. I'm Chris Keene. I'm the founder and chief brand officer of Simply K2 Marketing based on Martha's Vineyard. I am a brand and marketing consultant. I go deeper into looking into exploration of brands and small businesses, branding, their messaging, their identity to really help them build messaging that talks to their target audiences versus at them. And I'm so excited that I am joined by Alexis Charles of AC Creatives and want to let her take it away. So excited to be with this dynamic small business owner.
I'm so happy to be here. So I'm Alexis Charles of AC Creatives. I just recently started my business in social media marketing. I do social media strategy and content creation. I love all of that. Though I am a new business owner, I have been on social media since the MySpace days of coding my MySpace as a teen. So I love it. I love branding. It's really great. So I'm very happy to be here, Chris.
Yeah, and she kills it. This is one of the reasons I asked her to join me live. I just really have been admiring and following her business. So I think we've got some great tips here for you today. And Alexis will really kill you with her vibe. It's awesome and get you really excited again about content. So what we want to just do is dive right in. And our first tip of the day, Alexis is going to cover about what is your goal of the post.
All right, so the first step is your goal of the post. So before you even start posting or creating it, you just want to like play around with some ideas and you need to figure out, are you trying to educate your audience? Are you want to inspire them? Or do you want to entertain them? And you want to make sure that whatever you're posting, it falls under your content pillars. And if you're not sure what content pillars, those are your core topics that
Yep.
all of your content should fall under. And you should have 3 to 5 categories. And depending on your business, it's going to vary. So that's pretty cool. And then
What
another hot
are
tip.
Oh, and
Oh,
I was gonna
yeah.
say, what are some of yours? I know that you have a couple that you really fall under,
Yeah, so I would
Alexis.
say like a couple of mine would be like mental health. That's very important to me. Content creation. I know I was like trying to think of them earlier because I'm like, I'm sitting here talking about this, but I'm like, I need to like figure out what mine are and like working with me. And it could just like vary, like promoting and just having a good time. But like for a restaurant, it could be like, what are your specials? And just all it can vary.
Right, it could be your events, that you have
Yes.
everything under there. Educating could be talking about the business.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we also have a little bit of a hot tip here, and Alexis has some great understanding of the types of content that you post, what they're good for when you talk about the goals. So why
So
don't you share those?
So if you are looking to educate your audience, carousels could be a great example. You could have your title page and then explain in depth on each slide what you're trying to educate. So like, for example, it could be like, work with me. And then you could share what it's like to work with you and all the different things and how you work. Reels are great for entertaining, inspiring, and engaging with
Oh,
your audience.
oh yeah,
And
they are.
yeah, for sure. And reels don't have to be long. All you need is a 6-second clip of you doing something you enjoy, a time lapse of you working, throw some words over that, send them to the comments. And then an image or text post would also be great for inspiring or education.
Those are all great tips. Don't you agree? So our second piece is on branding. Every piece that you put out there on social media, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, and even LinkedIn, needs to have an aspect of your brand. So great things that you want to be thinking about are your colors. Is a post that is not, say, a photograph, does it have your brand colors in there, your color palette? If it's a photo, sometimes with my post, because mine is very sort of oceany and sea focused, I have a lot of blues and everything. So they might not be the exact color palette, but they're in that family, and you can tell that they are connected to my brand. The next thing you want to be conscientious of is your tone of voice and how you're speaking to them in the caption. Make sure, are you friendly? Are you approachable? Are you the trusted friend or family member? Or are you super professional and tight end up with your messaging and it's very financial? Those things also reflect your brand. And then the last thing is that age-old question about logo, no logo. Hey, this confuses me, I guess, at times, but I just go with it. And my number one rule of thumb is, if you want that content shared and you want it attributed back to you, definitely use your logo. I think that is a great way, especially with those posts that you want to educate or inspire, and they have, say, tips. That's a great place to include your logo. Hey, though, if you got this killer photo and a picture is worth 1,000 words, it's okay to forgo the logo. We all want to share here on social media and really get people excited. So it's okay if you leave the logo off or you put it on. Why not try an A/B test? Sometimes you put it on the same type of post and sometimes you don't, because it's all about repurposing, which we're not covering today, but we will in a future post.
Yes.
So Alexis is going to cover our third topic, which is
Call to actions to drive engagement always. You want, when you're writing your captions, you always want to have a call to action, whether that be, let me know what's going on in your day. What are you up to this weekend? Are you posting about an event that's happening? You could say, hey, are you coming? What are you going to wear? Tell a friend, tag a friend in the comments, and let's talk about it. But you always want to be starting a conversation to engage. They're here to talk to you and not just your business entity. And with calls to action, get creative. Don't just say link in bio. Like, think of something, like put your own spin on it. This is your brand. This is your brand voice. Like, have some fun. It is social media, so we want to make sure we're social.
Yeah, first and foremost, need to be social for a reason here. And we have a little hot tip coming up about when you direct a call to action to your DM. So you definitely want to stay in. And I just want to say, I keep seeing a couple of my friends here. I see Healthy Eats Cape Cod with Janet, who actually both know, and want to give a shout out to Shorefront Crafting and the Space Social, as well as Dermacy. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining our live about ways to make your branded content bulletproof.
Yes, we're so happy to have you here.
So we're on to tip 4, which is hashtags and tagging, which Alexis, take it away.
So I love hashtags and tagging. I know that some people are not about hashtags, but I love them and I have like huge success with them. So when you're using hashtags, you want to make sure they're relevant to your posts, relevant to your industry, relevant to the area you live in or the area you're trying to reach. And if you're talking about someone or talking about a product or a
Or
business, make sure you tag
brands.
them. Yeah, or brands. Make sure you tag them. Instagram has the option to tag products now as well. So if you're talking about something, you can just immediately tag it and be like, here it is, there it is, baby. And you want to do that because, especially with like tagging a business, a lot of businesses will repost your story or your photo to their page, and then that will drive more engagement to your page and more interactions. You just never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. With tagging, especially with the way the algorithm is working, when your post is shared to another post, you're getting their followers.
Mhm.
And with today, with it being really 1% of your followers are seeing your post, hey, why not at least bump that to 2? I mean, I'm all about that. Let's also give those shout outs to those small business owners. This is what we really want to be doing, is tagging, sharing, supporting.
Yes, we love our small business owners. Is it going to do the heart? Yeah, there it is. We love you.
Um, so our last tip is about follow up and engaging. And I often think that this is the most important tip. Really, you need to be commenting back when someone has left a comment on your post. Try to go beyond just that quick thank you or the little heart. You know, you know that you've been in that experience where you've liked a post, you've really gotten excited, you've engaged, you've written this, what you feel is this great little comment back, and then it's crickets. That makes you feel crummy. So take those extra few minutes to write a comment back. And here's that hot tip: direct them to your DMs, right? Then you record a message back to them. What better way to have them hear your voice, really feel like they're connecting with you, for you to personalize it more than you might be able to do in the comments, and really start that conversation going. This is like one tip that really can even make business for you because you've taken that extra step. Because social media, it's sometimes hard to take that extra step. So it's really about getting those voice messages back in the DMs, as well as engaging with your followers and responding to comments and commenting back to people even before you post.
Yes. No, seriously. Can I add something?
Of course.
So I like to take like 15 minutes a day and just like engage with people, with other business and brands on social media as well.
Yeah.
Like before you comment, before you post or anything, just take 50, literally set a timer for 15 minutes and just like comment and engage with other people's pages. It's like a really fun time. And even with big businesses, like you can comment on big businesses, like comment on someone else, reply to somebody else's comment. It's really very simple. Social media doesn't have to be hard.
No, and again, it all comes down to being social. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have some Q&A, but we just want to run through our top tips today. So again, first one, what is the goal of your post? Are you educating, inspiring? What is it? Make sure that your posts are branded. Make sure it really ties back to who your brand is, who you are, that there's a consistency. That is key. You also want to include relevant hashtags and tag those brands and small businesses or big businesses
Mm-hmm.
when you're posting. You want to latch on to any shares or engagement that you can get when you're talking about somebody else. Plus, it makes them feel good when they see that someone else is talking about them. And then lastly, follow up and engage. Again, that can't be hammered home more strongly, that you really want to build those connections and not just post and ignore. So wanted to leave some time for Q&A, and
Yes.
we see MB Salads has joined, and I see New Jersey, which I'm feeling a little kindred spirit because I'm from New
Oh,
Jersey, so you'll have to tell us where
so
you're
am I.
from.
That's my
Ah,
uncle.
hey.
um,
Um,
One day Courtney has something to say. She
yeah.
said, I would like to inspire people, but I'm never sure how. Okay, let's see. Just being you. I think being you is inspiring. Sharing what you think is special is inspiring. One thing I like to do on my personal page is I do midweek reminders, and they're usually something that I have read from that week that inspired me, and just go off of that. Like, just be you. What inspires you may inspire someone else. It may not inspire everybody, but somebody will be inspired, and that's pretty cool. Even if you can inspire one person, that makes my day.
I agree. I often try to run small business Saturdays where I'm featuring a business, and it's not necessarily a client that I'm working with, but someone that I really like what they're doing. And remember, kindness counts, and just, telling someone that something they did has made you feel a certain way can be inspiring enough. Because, as a small business owner, and Alexis, I know you've been there, it can be a lonely place to be every once in a while.
Yeah.
And just getting those notes that someone says, wow, you made a difference. I really liked this post. That in itself can be inspiring. That's a really great question, Courtney. And then Janet has a question. How do I feel about reposting a repost? So Janet, can you just clarify one thing? Is that double reposting or just simply reposting the first time? Because I go back and forth on the reposting. I think if you add some comment, I think it works really well with Threads or Twitter. I go back and forth on Instagram in that it doesn't often allow you to share your point of view, or are you just taking somebody else's work? What's your take on this?
So yeah, I also would like some clarification on that, because it depends on like what you're reposting. So sometimes I like to repost on stories occasionally. I don't repost
Stories for sure.
everything. So like if someone tags me in a story, I just like look at it and how is this like going to benefit my audience, my brand? Like how will this benefit? Like will this take to them that page? Is it like a small business? It just like all depends on the situation. And I think it just all depends on the situation. Like I do have a highlight on my Instagram page. It's like shout outs. So that I enjoy, like if it's like fun things.
Reposting the Instagram brand of your post. I think I still need a little clarification. So sorry.
Me too.
But I am, taking it to your comment, I definitely share in stories, especially like a quote that might inspire me, or like, hell yes, this really resonated, or this brand. I often will repost something in stories where I think they've done the marketing is just spot on in their execution, and I want to give them a shout out. So maybe Janet's talking about reposting like a brand that you've been talking about. And I think, you can share a post about that brand if it's something, you could share your point of view. Maybe that's one of your ways that you show how you interact with businesses, or your points of view on when you approach a certain business. What do you think, Alexis?
Yeah, I think that, and then also you can share what I think is really cool about reposting is you can share comments now. So instead
Yeah.
of just sharing the post, you could share like a top comment, like someone that you enjoyed, and be like, "Oh, come talk about this here. What do you feel about this?" And that's like another way to like drive engagement as well to whatever post you're on.
Really great point. Well, does anyone have any other questions? We just want to leave room for at least one more if someone has anything. If not, please feel free to replay this. We will be posting it on our accounts. And we're so excited that you joined us today. Again, we went over 5 tips on how to bulletproof your branded content for the win. And if you want to get in touch with us, Alexis, how can they reach out to you? Oh, wait, there's a question about the algorithm.
Yeah.
Sorry, we want to get to this question because the algorithm is always a point of topic here. With the algorithm changes, I'm noticing that I don't use tags. If I don't use tags, it reaches more followers than when I do. Do you have any suggestions? So I have not personally experienced that. I find that when I tag, it sees more people. I think Instagram is constantly changing it. And I think really when it comes down to the algorithm, using words within your captions and posting content that, if you can, is evergreen, so that it's not necessarily all seasonal, but it's messaging that really resonates with your target audience. That should be your first and foremost goal, because it's really the number of followers that are engaging versus the number of followers you have. At least that's the way I approach this.
And it's just all about A/B testing, like you mentioned earlier. It's all about sometimes use hashtags, sometimes don't. And I know that Instagram does, and a lot of social media and like websites, anything in digital marketing is like very focused on SEO as well. So just like using words that are related to your industry can also help with like boosting posts and things like that.
I agree. And there's a update on Janet's question about reposting the brand's post that you might have shared in a story. I personally haven't done that. I feel that the story for me takes it far enough, and I wouldn't necessarily post it unless I was doing something and I'm referring to it as a case study. So it is one slide, say in a carousel, like here's an example where this brand did it really well. But yeah, as Alexis was just talking about, it's A/B testing. Test things. You know, your target audience is going to react differently potentially than Alexis and mine.
Yeah.
So it really comes down to who you're talking to and how they like to engage, or the types of content that really make a difference for them to see in your feed. Do you have anything else to add there, Alexis?
No.
No?
I don't have no further thoughts.
We were so excited to join you guys live today for a quick little lunch and learn. Alexis, why don't you tell them where they can reach you if they want to get in contact?
You can reach me in my DMs. You can always DM me. And I have been trying out the voice memos, and I love a voice memo. So they're like really fun. You can also email me. My email is in my bio as well. You just click that button that says contact. Email me, but that is accreatives333@gmail. And website coming soon. I know having a website is very important, but I'm working on it.
Hey, it's all work in progress, guys. And Alexis is at accccreative.cape Cod for her Instagram handle. And I am at simply K2MKTG if you want to hit up me in the DMs, and I will voice message you back. But we really appreciate everyone being here today. Thanks so much. Thanks for listening to our tips, and hit us up with any additional ones you might have in our DMs, and we'll try our best to get them back to you as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I just tagged our profile.